I think drone strikes are going to be a problem for the Obama administration. It's hard to tell whether over time it will be a net plus or minus going forward, but there's increasing international concern and criticism about the Obama administration's reliance on drone strikes, which has been variously estimated at 200 to 300 drone strikes in 3 to 4 different countries, killing as many as 3,000 people and possibly several hundred civilians of just collateral damage. As someone who served in the Bush administration, it has bemused me somewhat to watch essentially the Europeans give the Obama administration a pass on all of these drone strikes, particularly in contrast to the opprobrium that was heaped on the Bush administration for holding people in Guantanamo, most of whom were ultimately released. But for the last 3 to 4 years, really very little criticism of these drone strikes have continued, killing 2,000 to 3,000 people. But that does seem to be beginning to change now. And in the last year, there has been a increasing drumbeat of criticism, including lawsuits here in Britain, lawsuits brought by the ACLU and the Center for Constitutional Rights in the United States, at least 2 UN rapporteurs saying that drone strikes may violate international law, might even be war crimes. So I think the Obama administration is facing increasing international criticism. They certainly didn't expect 4 years in as an administration that came in emphasizing their commitment to international law and to putting the past of these sort of war on terror issues behind them, to now be, at least in the area of drones, to be facing much the same criticism that the Bush administration had previously had. So the big question is going to be, as the Obama administration goes into its second 4 years, will we really see that this criticism increase significantly to the point that there are possible prosecutions, and whether the Obama administration would have to start backing down in some way? They've given a whole series of speeches by senior administration officials explaining the legal basis and the policy beyond the use of drones. These have really been quite good, although I would note most of them have been directed at a U.S. audience and have not been well covered outside the United States. It will be interesting to see if the Obama administration ramps up its international explanations or begins to ramp down the use of drones in the face of international criticism. And of course, a big question on many people's minds is, well, what happens if another country in the next couple of years launches a drone strike, whether it's Russia or Turkey or someone, and then putting the United States in the difficult position of commenting on someone else's use of drones.